Hey, what's up YouTube? Stefano Lombardo, and today I'm talking about why I switched from Premiere Pro, a program that I love so much, to DaVinci Resolve. So because the year 2020 is now over and we're in 2021, I've been going over my monthly expenses to see what I can cut out and how I can save more money. And if you haven't started doing this already, I would start now. And while I was looking at my expenses, other than my motorcycle insurance and my rent, Adobe Creative Cloud was one of those subscriptions that I was paying the most for. And I wanted to change that. Just so you guys know, I'm not sponsored to say this or make this video. I just wanted to put this out there just in case there's anybody in my same situation that wants to save a little bit of money. This is an option. So the first thing I did was go to Adobe's website to see if there was any plan that was cheaper than what I was currently paying, because in Canadian dollars, I was paying about $69 a month. And for just using Photoshop, Lightroom, and Premiere Pro, that's a lot of money. I even went as far as contacting Adobe support to see if I can customize a plan or if there was a plan with just Photoshop, Lightroom, and Premiere Pro. But they said they don't customize plans. And this is when I saw that Adobe had a photography plan that included just Photoshop and just Lightroom. And this is when I decided to get DaVinci Resolve. So I'm gonna break it down for you and tell you why I don't like Premiere Pro, why I like Premiere Pro, why I like DaVinci Resolve, and why I don't like DaVinci Resolve. One thing I love about Premiere Pro is that it's super easy to use. Someone with no video editing experience can easily hop on Premiere Pro and start learning how to use it right away. It's very straightforward. Color grading, effects, transitions, everything's straightforward. And the other thing I love about Adobe products is that you can go from Adobe Premiere Pro straight to Adobe After Effects to Adobe Audition. And if you're working on Lightroom, you can easily go to Photoshop, vice versa. You can easily work between different programs with no issues. And one of my all-time favorite things about Premiere Pro is the hardware encoding and the fast export times. Ever since that update allowing hardware encoding, it has truly been a game changer. Now, here are some problems I have with Premiere Pro. The biggest problem everybody has with Premiere Pro is a monthly subscription. If it was like Lightroom and Photoshop where you're only paying $10 a month, would be a different story. But when you're paying $70 to get Premiere Pro and a bunch of other apps that you'll never use, it's a little bit insane. If you're like me paying $69 a month just to get Premiere Pro and a bunch of other programs that I'll never use, you'll be spending over $900 a year just for those programs. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Premiere Pro, but I'm not going to continue spending money on a subscription where I get a bunch of apps that I'll never use. If there was the option to buy Premiere Pro outright, I would do it in a heartbeat. My other problem with Premiere Pro, and I actually looked into it, and a lot of other people have this issue as well, is that there's no free version of Premiere Pro. There's no way of actually testing the product before you buy it. Yes, they have a 7-day trial, but 7 days is simply not enough to actually use all the tools and make a decision whether you want to buy it or not. Something like 30 days would be better. Now let me talk about some things that I absolutely love about DaVinci Resolve. First things first, and it's a decision maker for the majority of people out there, is that DaVinci Resolve is actually completely free. And no, it's not a trial, it's actually free. And what you can do with that free version is absolutely crazy. They do have a studio version, we'll talk about it later, but let's talk about the free version right now. One thing I love about DaVinci Resolve is that it's all there for you. You don't have to go from Premiere Pro and say you want to add a special effect, go into After Effects. Then from Premiere Pro, you want to add some better audio quality, so you're going to open it up in Audition. There's none of that. Everything is all in one program. DaVinci Resolve is known for its amazing color grading experience. It's used in big films like Hollywood and in the professional world, and I absolutely love it. Like I said, there are so many features you can do in the free version without even having to upgrade to the Studio Edition. I'm not on the Studio Edition, I'm just on the free version. I've been making videos, editing in 4K with no limitations. One thing I've really enjoyed is smooth playback. It almost works flawlessly. I can scrub through that timeline and click play whenever, and the video starts right away. Now the interface can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're coming from Premiere Pro, but it's not a free trial. You don't have 7 days, so you can spend all that time to navigate through the windows, learn how every tool works, and learn where everything is. One thing that I've noticed when editing in DaVinci Resolve is that my computer doesn't sound like a plane engine starting up. When I'm editing in Premiere Pro, I have to have it plugged in with the power cable to get the CPU and GPU acceleration to have smooth playback. And when I'm editing in DaVinci Resolve, that's not the case. I can have it unplugged and on battery power, and I can still get smooth playback, and my computer doesn't sound like a plane starting up. Now, like I said, with DaVinci Resolve, you can get the studio version. It's a one-time purchase for $435 or $440 Canadian, but that's what I like about it. It's a one-time purchase as opposed to a subscription program. Now the studio version has a ton of features. It has advanced noise reduction, you get more GPU acceleration, you can edit up to 32K footage. 32K. There's so many features, but like I said, if you're not a professional, I would suggest sticking with the free version because I haven't gotten any limitations yet. Now I only have two problems with DaVinci Resolve, and that's that the render times are a little longer than I was getting with Premiere Pro, but not by much. And I also experienced 2 crashes the entire time I've been using DaVinci Resolve for about 2 weeks now. Keep in mind that I am using the beta version of DaVinci Resolve 17, so this may be why I'm getting those crashes. With all that being said, I saved myself about $50. I'm now only paying for Lightroom and Photoshop, which I have no problem because it's only about $15 a month. And then I'm using DaVinci Resolve that's completely free. So let me know whether you use DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro down in the comments section, and maybe add a little reason why you use that program. If you guys like this video, make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button, and click that bell to be notified when I post a new video. Peace.